Hey, Mark.
Hey, Dave. Boy, it's kind of chilly out there today, isn't
Chili. Boy, it does make me hungry. Oh, you're talking about the temperature chili.
it? Compared to yesterday, it's chilly.
Yeah, it is very chilly. And I saw some sleet coming down.
Yes, indeed.
And I was getting reports across the area about sleet. And so it's nothing to be worried about at this point. But you know what that means? That the temperatures are cooler. They didn't quite get as warm as we thought. And it's
No.
about, what, 3 or 4 degrees cooler than it was supposed to be?
Well, they're considering they were calling for a high today of like 39 or 40 here in Hopkinsville, and our temperature is now 35. So that's at least about 4 degrees cooler than they were expecting.
Hey, I just saw a winter storm watch pop up on our banner here. Wonder where that's talking about. Let me take a look at this. Well, maybe it's just my imagination. Maybe I didn't see it at all. Just
Yeah, it
thought
may
I
have
would
been
check.
farther north, too.
Yeah, I guess so. But as you can see, we've got some sprinkles and things across the area. I may go down here and see if I can turn this on to winter mode. And it still doesn't show me anything out of the ordinary other than just those sprinkles. Anyway, let me say hello to everyone. Hey, Dave is on with us, and we can always count on Dave. I'm glad to see him. He says, hello, everyone. Anna
Yeah.
George says, hello, Dave. And Bonnie, oh, good grief, I'm going to get my glasses now. I can't see Jack out there. Hang on just a second here. Um, okay. Anna George says, hello, Dave. Bonnie Sykes, hello. How are we? Are we still getting some snow this week? Well, that's the $99 question.
Exactly.
We don't really know yet. We're watching everything. It is going to be a close call either way. And to be honest with you, you know, it is one of those things that you just have to. We may not know until it gets right up on us, but that's because the temperatures are so close in this. I can't get over how close they are. Um, anyway, uh, Tammy Gamble says, hello, Dave. Tammy from Madisonville. Hi, Tammy. And Nina Dunn, hello. And George says, howdy, everyone. Tammy Gamble, hello, Anna. Hotel Mario, hi, David Mark. I have to be in Louisville on Wednesday. How's it going to look? May have some problems up that way.
Yeah. Yeah. They are more likely to be in the snow
Yep.
than we are. They're really not showing much in the way of freezing rain, but if everything drops a little bit farther south, there could be some up along the Ohio River.
Well, let's hope that's not the case. I really do. That is something that would not be any fun at all. Uh, but anyway, let's go on. Looks like Chris Meacham says, good afternoon, cold buddies. He sure does try, don't he?
He tries.
He
He
does.
tries.
Let's see here. Hannah George, David Mark, it's pretty chilly out there. Yes, it is. Faith Brassington, hello, everyone. Penny Childress says hello. Mary Vorvis, hello, David Mark, and all. Some of you guys coming to us on the Weather and Wisdom Facebook page, and
Yep.
we're always glad to see you. Sue Cotton says, please don't say we will get freezing or bad weather in Hopkins County again. Well, you know, it is still winter, and so it's
Yes,
one of those
indeed.
things where it's hard to say what it's going to do exactly. You know, it's I don't know. I'm still kind of unsure about what to expect on it. I had this funny feeling about it, but I'm just not ready to jump out there and say, "Ah, it's gonna do." So, you know, I don't know. It's
Yeah,
really
it's
really.
it's still rather up in the air. And again, as we have often said, it's going to be a matter of 50 miles north or south
Yeah.
as to whether you get rain, some sleet, all snow, a mix of all the three of them. And at this time of year, any of that is possible.
Lisa Murray says, "Hey y'all, the sword, repent, Jesus is coming. Of course he is. We know that. Let's see here. Danny Shoemake says, hey. Uh, Chris Meacham says, let's go Eagles. I don't know who all, I haven't taken a poll, but it seems like there's a lot of people here in this area that's for the Eagles. I don't know if I'm kind of leaning that way too, although I'm not really intending to, I don't know, worry about it one way or the other.
And I can barely tell you who's going to be playing in the Superb Owl.
Yeah, I hear you. Let's see here. Harley's on with us. Hey, Harley, good to see you. Uh, Lisa Taylor says, thanks for all your updates. You both are appreciated. And Jackie Myers says, hello, everyone. Danny Johnson, Dawson Springs, Kentucky, is watching. And Connie Chancellor says, hello, David Mark. And Lisa Murray says, Kansas City for her. Amanda Canup says, go Chiefs. Connie Chancellor says, Eagles and Chiefs. That's a good way of doing it, Connie. I like that. So, anyway. I'm glad you guys are getting in on this. It's a lot of fun talking to you. I'm looking at some other. I don't know. This chat here is kind of acting a little weird. I'm going to refresh it on this small one here, and maybe that'll make things a little better.
I don't know, Dave. Correct me if I'm wrong, but don't Chiefs wear eagle feathers?
I guess they do. Well, not real eagle feathers. At least they're not supposed to. But yeah. Let's see here. Allegra Pace says, fly, Eagles, fly.
Yeah.
And let's see. Harley's for the Eagles. Sunny161 says, I'm rooting for the commercials.
I agree. I agree with that one.
The commercials will be something to see. Charlene Wisdom says, good afternoon. 37 degrees, very cloudy in Glasgow and south central Kentucky. And it is. It's cloudy everywhere. I'm going to take a real quick look at, let's see here. Let's look at UT.
Good old puppy bowl.
Oh. Yeah, let's look at UT Martin. It's 36 degrees there, so it is really chilly. A lot chillier than I expected it to be. We were expecting to get up into the low 40s, wasn't we, Mark?
Yeah. I think originally they were saying mid 40s. But then they backed it off, and now they've backed it off again.
Well, it's dropped again. It's 35 now, 35.9, but still.
Yeah. I'm looking at the Kentucky Mesonet from Western Kentucky University that's got sensors all over West Kentucky, and almost everybody west of I-65 is down in the 30s and some down at least in the middle 30s.
I'm going to see if I can see anything on the snow. Any kind of watches or anything. I don't see anything out there at all. So I don't know. I get maybe that winter storm watch was just a thing. I'm not really sure, but hang on just a second. Mark, take over for me for a moment.
All right. Kill it, Dave. Well, we'll go ahead and walk through what we're looking for the coming week as far as the official forecast. This afternoon, high in the upper 30s and a chance of sprinkles, of course. And they could put a chance of sleet in there as well. Overnight, mostly cloudy, low in the mid 20s, mid to upper 20s. Monday, they've got a high of 46 and mostly sunny. If the sun comes out, we may get that warm, but I'm kind of iffy. Monday night, we start off with rain, snow mix, then rain likely, 70% chance, low 34. Tuesday, high only in the upper 30s with rain likely. Tuesday night, low about 33. We start off with a good chance of rain and then a slight chance of rain. Wednesday, again, more rain with a high of around 44. Wednesday night, they're saying rain likely and then cloudy, but depending on what this next system does, that's the second storm we're looking at. We could get snow down on top of us again, especially if we have any evaporational cooling or refrigeration effect from snow on the ground, as Dave said. Out beyond that, we're looking at another storm that will be rolling in this way and putting us back in the chances for rain Friday night and into the weekend next week. And again, it's looking mostly like a wet system, but we'll have to wait and see on that because, again, a little bit of a shift could put us back in the snow. And that looks to be a pretty big snow maker across the Midwest and north areas north of us. So beyond that, we're looking for just different things in the forecast. Again, we're going to be right on that dividing line here in Kentucky. Tennessee, unfortunately for you, I don't think we're going to see much of anything as far as snow. You're going to get all rain, and that rain could be pretty heavy. They're talking about by the end of the week, rain totals up above 5 inches and some places 8 to 9 inches of rain. So we could be looking at some flooding in the area by the time we get to middle week and toward the end of next week. And I said earlier that this was shaping up. Sometimes we have a very, very wet February here, and this is shaping up to be one of those. And Dave's still on the phone with whoever it was that called him. Let's see. Connie, Chris Meacham. Connie, what channel is the Puppy Bowl on? And Connie says, it's on the Discovery Channel. At least it's not. I would have expected it to be on Animal Planet or something like that, if that's still a thing. But it's always kind of fun. And again, the commercials are always fun. The game can be fun. The half game show can be fun. It depends on what you're into and what you enjoy most. And really, it's just a big time for everybody to get together, families to get together, friends to get together, enjoy some good food, some good times, and relax and look at something other than everything else that's going on in the world for a while. Yeah, I'm looking at the cameras that I can see from here, and it just looks wet everywhere. I'm looking at the camera over by Katie's, and it's wet over that way. These showers should move on through and get out of the area, and again leave us kind of dry overnight and in the mostly cloudy type of sky with again the low down in the low to mid 20s. So it's going to be kind of cool, and that's going to get us a start into our work week for mostly sunny tomorrow. And I hope everybody's not too tired out from watching and cheering for the game when they go to work tomorrow. Going from Evansville to Madisonville Tuesday morning, just rain. Right now, that's the official forecast. But as you go north, that was for Hopkinsville. As you go north from us, you run into increasing chances for it to be more sleet and snow or all snow, especially as you get up north of us in the Madisonville area. When Dave gets back and can start showing us the maps and stuff, you'll find that the College of DuPage is calling for North Christian and on up through there to actually get up to 3 inches of snow out of this system coming in, while South Christian may get only rain. This is how tight the dividing line is. Stephanie wrote, nothing severe for your area or Clarksville for the next week or so. It's going to be wet, and there may be some thunderstorms in all this, but we're really not looking for too much in the way of severe weather. It's just, the air temperatures are just a little too cold. What we are riding the ragged edge of is the chance for a lot of rain and a lot of snow. And somebody, the northern parts stand a better chance to get the snow, and the southern parts, you're going to get all rain. I know, Stephanie, you don't like severe weather. We don't like it much, but that's our stock and trade. So we have to deal with it and let everybody know when we see it coming. But believe me, if we see any kind of a chance for severe weather coming in, we will definitely let everybody know. And we'll let you know as soon, as far out ahead as possible, so you can make plans to handle it whichever way you need to handle it. If you need to do whatever, whether it be go to a storm shelter, go to your basement, or just, make plans to do that if it's a couple of days out. Yeah. I think Dave's forgot all about us. He's busy talking on the phone. Yeah, I'm sure he's on his phone about his car's extended warranty.
Actually, I was on with one of our sponsors, Michael Vance. So he's complimenting us, but he was also asking some questions I needed to answer, which were really good. So all is good.
Good.
All right, so let's talk about the models.
Okay.
Here is the GFS, and this is the, what is this?
It's a 12Z run.
12Z run. Okay, so we're going to follow this through. This is midnight, 6 a.m. Let's see, I am right. Yeah, okay. Still the cold air, but Mark, I swear, look at this. Now look at this. Would you look at that?
Just riding the ragged edge of
it. North Christian is in the snow. South Christian is in the rain. I mean, and it's the same way all across here. I think it looks like Princeton may get snow. Katie's might get rain. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. And that shows you how close this is. So just a very little bit of difference in the track.
Absolutely.
If you want
And
snow, it needs to go south by about, I don't know, even 25 miles would be good.
25 miles would probably do it. That'd put
Yeah.
the dividing line down on the Tennessee-Kentucky border.
But 50 miles would be even better. So we don't need much. We're right there at it. And so I do think that we're going to see something. The big question is how much, when. Well, we'll look at some other stuff here. Let's just go on. I want to look over here at the rest of the model here. And wow, some heavy rains in
Yeah,
there.
and it just rides that ragged line all the way across.
It does. So then we get past that one. We got another one. This is Wednesday, and it shows it still way to the north.
Yeah, but again, a shift of 50 miles or so would do that.
And
There
look,
we go.
Valentine's Day. Look at that. Now we're in the snow 100%. So this is just crazy. We're going to continue. That's a good 12-hour snow. Let's see, you said over 6 hours. Yeah, that was 12 hours. That was over us,
Yep.
if I had that figured right. And let's move on. Here's another one. This is on the 16th. Now, this one right here is looking a little rough. I'm going to back it up.
It does. It does. All that red and yellow down in there is heavy rain at least, and that's probably a better chance for severe weather.
Yeah, that one right
But
there
that's
concerns
pretty
me.
far out.
And it looks like the worst would be to the south, but let's see, that's at midnight on the morning of the 16th. So I hate those after-hour severe weather events, but that's what that is looking like. And
again, that is very far out. That's over a week out.
Right. Let's move on. And as we get into 6 a.m., the severe appears to be past us. But now here's another thing that's interesting. Here's the 540 line right here, and it's still showing rain back here. So this is not going to be right. You know that's going to change. So the 540 line being the freezing temperatures, and yet it's showing rain. So I don't know. We'll go on. And here it's really getting cold. Man, that's a serious drop of cold air.
Yeah.
And does it last? Well, it kind of comes back. And then you have another rainmaker on the 19th, followed by another turn back to snow at the end. And more cold air coming in. That, I think, will change to more of a snow event. And then we get into the 21st and 22nd, kind of uneventful. We may actually have an uneventful period before we get to our next big system, and this will be on the 24th. You got cold air coming in from the top, warm air in the south, and it doesn't show here that it's doing anything. I don't know, Mark. This whole thing's kind of out of whack, if you ask me.
All the models, while we get in this time of year, they get really, really wonky when you go out beyond like 120 hours.
Right. So I'm going to get off this one, and let's look at the weather story from the National Weather Service, see what they say.
That's what they're calling Monday night. But again, they kind of show with the double arrows there that those lines could shift either direction.
Way, upwards or downwards. It says 2 wintry systems are on the way. The first is expected to be a mix of rain and snow for much of the area with only minor impacts anticipated. And there's still some uncertainty on the placement of the wintry mix and transition to all rain. So who knows? Right now, they're saying this is mainly a rain event for most of us in this area. But, again, this is a shifting line, and that could be significant. Now as you said, it's not really, in this area, it's not really ice. It's mainly a mix of rain and snow, and then going over to mainly rain by the afternoon of Tuesday. But, again, all this is subject to change. Even this close in, it's still not a good idea of what's going to happen. And
if I was in the counties right there along the Kentucky-Tennessee border, I'd be watching real close because it could shift down enough to get the northern edge of your counties too.
Yeah, absolutely. And then we look at this would be the Wednesday night winter weather event. Again, it's a shift, and you can see the arrows. Right now, mostly rain over this area. And then the wintry mix of rain, freezing rain, and sleet. Minor impacts are possible back this way. This was originally going to be the biggest storm, but it doesn't look like it's going to be that now, except for rain. And in the rain area, it looks like it'll be moderate to heavy rain. So, gosh, this is going to be interesting. Now, let's go on down a little further. Let's look at the next one. This is the rain amounts. River flooding is probably going to increase, as you can still see on our thing down here below. It still says flood warning and gives all the counties that are still under that flood warning. That's because the rivers that are still rising. And this right here shows for Hopkinsville southward, pretty hefty rains, probably about an inch or so at that point, with half inch to an inch up towards Madisonville, all the way up to Paducah, Cape Girardeau. Then a little bit lighter amounts as we get up to Merriam and Mike Bynum's area in Washington, Indiana, about 10 to a quarter of an inch, and then lesser amounts as you go further north from there. Then you get into Wednesday night. Now that was for Monday night and Tuesday night. If you get into Wednesday and Wednesday night, once again, we're back in the heavy rain part from Murray to Hopkinsville, inch to an inch and a half of rain, with a half inch to an inch in areas all the way up to the Ohio River. And then about a quarter of an inch to a half inch north of that, Mount Vernon, Olney, Illinois, maybe back towards St. Louis. So that's kind of what it's looking like at that part. Now, if I go over to College of DuPage, let's look at the precip amount. I'm going to run this straight through. And, well, let's back up just a little bit.
Now, this is from the same model of the GFS, so this is just kind of fine-tuned to just display the precip a little better.
Yeah, it still shows, if it'll go on, inch and a half of snow over Christian County.
And that's the second storm.
Okay, that's the Wednesday storm. Is that?
Uh-huh.
Yes, it is. That's the 14th, February 14th. So okay.
That's actually the Friday storm then.
Yeah, that's what it says. Let me back this on up. Okay,
there's
this is Wednesday, the Wednesday storm right here. And it has, in North Christian, 4.1 inches. This is just blowing me away. How can this be? So it shows you even the model's disagreeing with itself.
It just depends on the interpretation of the data that the model's putting out, I suppose.
I suppose so. So let's move on forward again on this. This is the 12th, though we've got snow on the ground, supposedly. I'm not sure I buy into it just yet, just because everything is so in flux. Now, just because it disappears here doesn't mean we don't have snow on the ground. I'm just saying that was for that particular storm.
Right. This depiction is a 24-hour total snowfall.
Then this is the Valentine Day.
Another a bit more snow on the ground.
Yeah. And then this is coming up to the 16th and 17th. A little skiff of snow there.
Yeah, riding that ragged edge for the heavier stuff again.
I think I want to go back to the total snowfall amount and see what that shows. It might give us a better idea. I'm going on into
But just remember, when you do that, it could the total snow amount, you could have melting in between, because it just shows you accumulatively how much snow is expected during the whole time period.
Right. Okay, so let's do this total snow accumulation. I'll go run it all the way through. Here we go. Again, this is total snowfall amounts expected on the ground. Doesn't mean it's coming all at once. But still, over Christian County, we're showing some areas could get 5.8 inches. I don't know.
But what it definitely shows is if you're down in Tennessee, you're probably not going to get much in the way of snow.
No, northern Tennessee, maybe even Clarksville, will get a little skiff of snow. And back in the northwest corner, 2.3 inches is expected there. And we will see, though, like I said, this is even not considering the shift. So I think the shift will make a big difference in it. So anyway, let's go back over to our radar again. And you get an idea just from looking at this that, and even out there when you feel the weather, you can kind of feel it that things are not quite as they seem.
Yeah.
Hotel
As I have said sometimes to a friend, and he even quoted me in one of his Facebook posts, the atmosphere is going to tell you what it's trying to do.
Yep.
You just have to pay attention to what it's telling you.
Like the air turns white when changes come. I bet you didn't know that. And if you get a paper cut, there's more on the page you need to read than meets the eye. I bet you didn't know these little wise tales that Dave Powell here knows. That's why it's called the Wisdom Chat. No, I'm just kidding. But really, it does. Some of that does have a basis for fact. Let's see here, Charlene. Let's see, Hairto Mario. This is the kind of weather that you just have to wait and see what happens. She is absolutely right about that. Charlene Wilson, looks like rain or snow will be what it is when it gets here.
That's always the case.
Yep. And Nikki Winters. Hey, Dave. Sorry, just coming in. What did I miss from McCracken County? Well, what did we miss? I don't remember what I showed her. Or what we showed on the
McCracken, being a little bit north of us, they're going to be more likely in the snowy side of this. And this first storm may give a little bit, but was that the second? That was the second storm that dumped all the snow. No, it was the first storm.
Let me try to get back up to her so she can see the amounts that we were talking about.
Yeah, but we were talking about 3 to 4 inches up in that area.
Yeah. Hang on.
But again, a little bit of a shift, and you may get all rain. A little bit of shift south, and you'll stay in all the snow, and that's when you'll get the larger amounts.
This is Valentine's Day right here. So if you're looking at McCracken County, around 5.8 inches along in that area up through there. Again, though, this is the total snow expected for the period from now through Friday, February 14th. Okay, so that's the total snow accumulation expected. If that's any help to you, Nikki, I can back it up a little bit more, and you can kind of see when it's all going to come in. I'm going to back this up some. This is back on the 13th.
So it's not going to happen all at once.
No, in fact, this is February. This is Tuesday the 11th. So that's this coming. That's yeah.
This is the first storm that's coming.
And then here it is, the 11th. Here is tomorrow. And of course, we have nothing on the ground tomorrow. So after we get past tomorrow, you start seeing little things start to develop. And here we got 1.2 inches up around McCracken County. And about the same here in Christian. Let's see. Christian's showing about an inch. And we'll move this on. And now you're seeing the heavier snow coming in. This is on Tuesday the 11th, a little later in the day. And again, at that point, you see about 3 inches in North Christian, and South Christian you don't see, well, there at the state line you don't see any. But, and then we'll move it forward, we'll keep going. And then here we get another round as this next storm comes in. This is for the Valentine's Day, and there you see where the heavier snow is. If that snow all stays on the ground, this is a total accumulation of it. So if that gives you any idea, hopefully that will help you understand what we're talking about. And anyway, so let's see here. Chelsea Reese says, thanks for covering Friday. Eli's supposed to have surgery. Well, I hope Eli's going to be okay. Hopefully it's nothing serious and he'll be fine. So Eli, hopefully you have a good time. And make them get you lots of ice cream while you're in the hospital. Nikki Winter says, thank you. Clary Shreve had a little sleet here in Hopkinsville about 12:30. And, yeah, I saw that too. And I was a little wondering about it. So, that's a little bit more sleet than I was expecting. But let's give a quick look around some of the cameras like we usually do so everyone can – I don't see Linda McElrath on with us. Dave says he's back. He was washing dishes. It looks like our camera's a little blurry up at Irving, Tennessee, but it looks like a pretty nice evening. It's 49 degrees there on the tower, so that's a little warm. That's probably why it's condensation on the lenses. Um, let's see if we see anything else. Let me back up to, well, might as well go to Dragon Nation right here because we always look in on that, see if they got any snow on the ground. It's 38 degrees, and all their snow, except for a little bit right there, is gone.
Yeah.
And but it's a pretty nice evening. But it is 38 degrees on this Sunday evening. And then let's go up to Spirit Lake and see what they're like. This is 31 degrees, so it is below freezing. And hey, that's still looks like they got things running around out here. There's been some
Yeah.
snowmobile tracks, or maybe
Last time I saw that track was when they were dragging the ice fishing sheds out and then taking them back in.
yeah, I'd say the ice
Ice
fishing
fishing.
is fixing to get in full swing. uh, let's see here. Chelsea said, oh, okay. Dave said he's back washing dishes. Chelsea Reese says he'll definitely have lots of ice cream. He's getting his tonsils and adenoids removed.
Ooh.
Oh, boy, Eli, you're going to have a big time. They're going to feed you so much ice cream, you'll be, whoo-hoo. I bet you'll be bouncing off the walls. Okay, Cody does weather. There are 2 really nasty looking bowling ball troughs for this Saturday and further out that week. Yeah, Cody, there are. Because they are so far out, we're thinking that maybe the next weekend storm is going to be a rainmaker, possibly a severe breaker. You know, who knows? But it also, we're not going to rule out the winter aspect either. So we'll have to watch that closely. And then Kimberly Grove says, thank you both for keeping us informed. David Powell, what are the snow chances of Providence in Webster County on Tuesday and into the week? I would say in Providence, a much better chance than it is in Christian County. So I would say, yeah, you got a better chance of seeing some snow because you're so much further north. I want to look here at Norfolk, Nebraska. You know what? This is one of the prettiest cameras I think we got next to maybe Mount Shasta. This shows
just shows the prairie,
the big sky country. I tell you, that is absolutely beautiful, but no snow on the ground. So, golly, that is pretty. That is 35 degrees there, so it's plenty cold. Remember, these cameras are all live. There's nothing recorded about them. It's all purely live cameras. And I'm going out to Mount Shasta, our beautiful Hallmark-looking cameras. Here we go. And there we are.
Look at that.
Oh, my goodness. That is absolutely beautiful. There's Mount Shasta. It's still shrouded in clouds, but look at the snowfall they've gotten here on this town here below us. I think the last time we were on, this was pointing down to the town a little bit more, but golly, that is beautiful.
Yep. There's Linda.
There you are. Hi, Linda. I knew she'd be able to see this because there is nothing like Mount Shasta. It is one of the most beautiful cameras that we have in our repertoire, and this is I think that's a national park, right? Mount Shasta National Park.
I don't know if it's a national park or a state park, but it is a nature park of some kind.
And I tell you, I can't get over how beautiful it is. Just gorgeous. And you can see they have gotten a lot of snow. And I don't know what the temperature is here, but the roads are still fairly clear. It looks like they keep the roads good and nice. And for a Sunday afternoon, the traffic is moving a little bit down there. The beautiful Sunday
Look at back,
afternoon.
it should tell you what the temperature is there at the town.
31 degrees.
31.
So it is below
It's a good
freezing.
snow temperature.
Yes, it is. And the winds are out of it's variable. Looks
North.
like. North, northeast. But yeah, it is a beautiful, beautiful place. So I thought you guys would like to see that. Dave says, good luck, Eli.
Yeah, we wish him luck too.
Yeah. It's no fun being sick with your tonsils being removed, but we're glad that he's getting taken care of. Claire Shreve just tuned in. What's the forecast for Valentine's Day in Hopkinsville? Clara, do you really want to know? I mean, really want to know? It is for snow. At least that's the way it looks
Possibly.
right. Possibly, yeah. We're not going to say it for sure yet, but I will go back one more time to. Let me see if I can find it here. Hold on just a second. Here we go. I'm going to show you a graphic of Valentine's Day over this area, and here it is. This is Christian County right here, and this is this total snowfall accumulation between now and February 14th, which is next Friday. And you see we've got a strip of snow through here, and in Christian County we have 5.5 inches expected on the ground. That's probably about Hopkinsville northward. But as you go further to the south, you see they don't really have much, not quite an inch on the ground. But certainly all along this. Now, this is considering that there is not a shift in the track. If that track shifts further to the south and the precip is more snowfall, then these numbers are all going to change. This whole thing could change. It's one of those things that we just don't know until we see what it's going to do. And anyway, but that's what I'm seeing right now. She says she has dinner reservations. Oh, really? Okay. I'm messing with you. I hope everybody that has plans for Valentine's Day, I hope you have a great, beautiful, beautiful day, and that, everybody deserves to be loved. Well, most everybody. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. Let's see. I want to look at some of these cameras down in here. This is down in Tennessee, Centerville, Tennessee, and it's kind of like it is here. It looks like they're getting a little rain. Just kind of a gray, soggy day, and the roads are wet. The skies are gray. And if you were a horse, you'd be eating hay. Oh, I'm sorry, I was trying to be poetic. But you're welcome, Clara. I hope you all are. She's coming to us over on the David Powell Weather and Wisdom Facebook page. And I do want to kind of go up here. I want to change some of the graphics I've got on here. I've got the flood thing on. I'm going to go ahead and take that off. No, that's the wrong one. Maybe it's right here. Nope. Well, where is that? Oh, I know where it is. Here we go. Now, that ought to make it a little bit easier to read. It took off all those little square diagrams, but everybody knows that we still do have some flooding going across part of the area. And you see that on our crawls down here with the different counties: Henderson, Davies County, Warwick, Indiana, Hardin, Kentucky, Nelson, Kentucky are all under a flood warning from the flooding rains we have received and those rivers that are up there. I don't know, some of them are the Green River, and some of them, there was another one, I can't remember the name of that river. But anyway, Rita Rust Barber says, hello from Allegheny. I know exactly where Allegheny is, Rita. And welcome aboard and welcome to the channel. I hope you guys would subscribe. We did have, let's see, somebody just subscribed. Look at my eyes on here. Where did my glasses go? Are they on my head? No. Well, I know
You put them down in front of you.
Well, yes, right in front of me. Let's see here. B. Joe BP has subscribed. Well, welcome to the tribe. I sure appreciate that. I call him BJ for short. And but I don't know why I didn't hear the little alarm. We're supposed to have an alarm on that. Maybe I need to turn up the alert sounds. Maybe that's what the deal is.
That's possible.
Yeah, I bet everybody's seeing that, aren't they? Well, I'll have to work on that another time. But anyway, Dave Sturgis, our good friend Dave, is on with us. He has liked the stream. Debbie Soxy would like to say thank you for the prayers received after the plane crash in Alaska. Unalaklik is my husband's village. Oh, wow, Debbie, I didn't know that. Everything I hope is going to be okay with you guys. Anyway, let's.
For those who didn't hear, there was a commuter aircraft that was flying from Unalaklik to whatever the town was across the Bering Strait, the sea right there, the little bay, and the plane crashed short of getting to the airport, and I think they've lost 10 people in it.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, it would have been out in the bay, but where it crashed, it was frozen, so it crashed on the ice.
Well, anyway, our latest subscriber, BJOBP, I sneaked in, and I'm an old woman that is from southeastern Kansas and now in Arizona, low Sonora Desert. Boy, she went from one extreme to the other, didn't she? I bet it's beautiful out there, though. Chelsea Reese says, I need Elsa to make up its mind and get on her medication. I can't deal with hot to cold. I want to look out here in Arizona, see if we got any kind of cameras down. I haven't even looked out that way in forever.
The closest one, I think, is up there in Texas.
Yeah, I don't see anything out there. It'd be nice to have something out there. So looks like Amarillo is going to be the closest place I can get anything on. But let's hit that real quick one time. It's 43 degrees there, so I'll bet it's a lot warmer where she's at. But that is
probably so.
Yeah, that's looks like a little system coming in or something.
Yeah,
in the clouds. But
that's Texas for you, flat, big sky country. Look at all you can see stuff coming 10 miles off.
Right. Let's see, is there anything else interesting down this way? I don't know. Everything's interesting. We could spend all day sitting here looking at nothing but the cameras.
Yes, we could.
It is really, they're fascinating things to watch, and I sure do like it. Nina Dunn says, I missed it. Are we going to get any snow? Oh, my goodness. What am I going to do with you, Nina?
The answer is maybe.
Yeah, really it is.
It depends on where you're at, exactly. Right now, the rain snow line on this first system that's coming in Monday night into Tuesday is running right along the ragged edge of Christian County. And like North Christian could get 3 or 4 inches, South Christian will get nothing but rain. And all it's going to take is a little bit of a shift either way to change what kind of precip you get and how much.
Yeah, Joyce Slaughter says, hopefully no snow on Valentine's Day. That's when I start looking for signs of spring and watching. She's watching from Trenton. Joyce, I got to tell you right now, the model is showing that there is snowfall on Valentine's Day on the ground.
Yeah.
Now, how much? It's showing around 5 inches in North Christian, and that is just a rough idea. But I'll tell you right now, I'm going to be honest with you guys. Yeah. There's no way that we can tell you exactly what we're going to expect.
Melissa Wilson, Webster, and Hopkins are north of Christian County, and we said the dividing line was going to be right in North Christian. For now, it could shift either way. So again, be prepared for what's going to come in.
Impactful.
Be ready in case it snows, or be ready in case it rains.
Right. So hopefully that's answering your question. I mean, it's like a big maybe. Sharika Civils, what is Clarksville looking like for Valentine's Day?
Valentine's Day, I will be honest, looks like a good day to snuggle up with your honey and stay inside.
Yeah. Let's see, what day is that fall? That's on a Friday?
It's a Friday, yeah.
We'll be doing an update that day. So Mark and I will be here, and of course, he's not my honey.
No. My honey is at home waiting for me.
Yeah.
My lovely wife.
Nina Dunn says, thanks, guys. Now, Lord, the answer we are getting snow is up in the air.
Yeah, that's what I was laughing at.
Oh, okay. Melissa Wilson says, thank you. I was just able to tune in. And
That's
you're
fine.
always welcome, Melissa. We're glad to have you on. And Mary Vorvis says, well, even though my winter hasn't been bad this year, I'm tired of the winds and ice, so I'm declaring I'm done with winter officially after the 17th. LOL. Mama Nature will ignore, though.
Yeah, of
That's
course.
always the way. And Sharika Civil says, dang.
Yeah.
She was talking about for Valentine's Day.
Yeah, yeah, I know.
Yeah,
But beyond Valentine's Day, it won't be too long before we're starting to get into severe weather season.
well, yeah, I'm a little more concerned as we get towards the end of this month. There's some signs that maybe some severe weather will start showing up. But, Mark, I think what we're seeing, though, is a bigger risk for severe weather this spring than what we've had in the last couple of years,
Yeah, I think so.
maybe even three or
It's
four
entirely
years.
a possible thing.
Yeah, this part of winter, I hadn't really expected it to be quite like that. I really expect us to have more snow than what we've got right now, but it's way far from being over yet. And
That's right.
there's still what? How many more storms that are out there in the wings? There's at least five,
There's
six.
at least, yeah, about six storms
I tell you what.
that we know of that are out there, and probably more well beyond that.
Yeah, I want to look at. Let's see. Let's go to Zoom Earth and take a look at the satellite first of all. And here we are. This is obviously this is the United States. Um, I wonder. Well, if New Orleans was clear, we could zoom down and look at the Metrodome with the Super Bowl is going to be. But being that it's cloudy, I doubt if we could even see it. No, it's too cloudy. We won't be able to see it now. But this is kind of neat because we can go way down, and I can see license plates on cars if you do it right. All right, so let's look at what our wind fields are, and this will give us an idea of where some of the other storms are coming out. Look at this. Here is a northwesterly flow. This is kind of the polar vortex trying to move down some. And here is, you see where it's rotating counterclockwise? I would say that is the polar vortex.
Yeah, that's up just north of
Hudson
Hudson
Bay.
Bay, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah. And this system has been offshore for quite a while. And, I mean, it is really got a lot of wind in it.
Kind of wound up, isn't it?
Yes, it is. And then what I'm looking at here is we're getting a southerly flow into Greenland, which means probably they're going to have some good weather, which means that's probably going to go negative. The NAO is going to go negative up here, and we'll see. So I'm going to go back over here to the west. So we still want to see our cross-polar flow. Is it still going? And, wow, it's kind of confusing, but it comes off here, goes around and back over into north.
That's because of that warm ridge that's been intruding up into
Yeah,
Alaska.
I'd say you're right. And then here there is, I don't want to say that's the Aleutian low. It looks mighty strong for it to be the Aleutian low. I mean, we got winds there 35, 37, 39 miles an hour. So right at 40 miles an hour right now circulating into that. That's a pretty good storm. That's going to be coming on shore if it continues to move like it's moving. And then we got like a big circulation right here.
Yeah, big trough right in there.
That is a huge trough. And we're getting stuff feeding up into it. It's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. I don't see anything that's imminent going into the west coast, so that's kind of weird. That's a little
Yeah,
unusual.
that first little line there going in.
Yeah.
But they continue to, as long as they're continuing to get rain and stuff in the out west, it'll help with any wildfires that are still trying to
True.
pop up. Which by now I doubt if there's many because they've had a pretty good amount of precipitation.
I want to look
But the problem now they're having out there, of course, is mudslides.
I'm looking at the temperature forecast, or the current temperatures, that is, and look up here. This is where the polar vortex is. There's 29 below, 24 below. All this is some extremely cold temperatures, and this is what's trying to show, that's showing is moving southward. And you can see that ridge right here, and then here is the flow back up over into the North American continent. And that is 58 below zero here in Siberia. Yeah.
Yep.
That is some really cold temperatures there. And
Absolutely.
so you're looking at, you know, enough cold air that winter is not done yet. It can't be. And even look how far south this goes over here. 33 below, all the way almost to Beijing. So it's cold. But then if you look at Europe, their average temperature right now is in the 20s. And you go even further into, looks like France in the 40s, and into Spain in the mid 40s up to 50.
Yeah. The final thing is that there's a lot of cold air still available up there to drop south.
Absolutely. But if you look up here at Greenland, look at there. There's 49, 50 degrees below zero. Um, if you look out, you can kind of see all the cold air pin up on the North Pole and around the Arctic. And so we're nowhere near ready to turn loose the winter yet. And if you look down here to the south, this is South America. It's summer there, and it is 104 degree, 97 degree. Woo wee! It's warm. Paraguay. Uh, yeah, that's some warm temperatures there. Argentina is 92. Buenos Aires is fairly pleasant. It's 77 degrees, but
Hmm.
this is the Andes Mountains where you get these colder temperatures right here, and they are cold, 42 degrees even in the mountains. There is one area, 37 degrees. It's kind of neat. I hadn't really explored that too much, but then as you go back up here, it's trying, but the equator lies somewhere along in here, and so therefore it's going to be wintertime this way, and you can see it. I wonder if I can go down to Antarctica here on this and see anything. Whoa, I do. This is Antarctica continent. It's well below zero there, but again, this is summertime in the south, so let's move back up to the north. And I don't know. I don't even know why I was doing this. I just thought it was kind of neat to look at. Okay, let's see. Nobody is talking to us. Why is nobody wants to talk to me? What time is it? Getting close to Super Bowl time?
It's almost 4 o'clock.
Okay, so it's almost Super Bowl time.
Yeah.
Let's go back to
So you know what it's time to do?
time to go home.
Well, it's time to pay the bills first.
Oh yeah, gosh, I keep forgetting. Well, as I said, I was talking to Michael Vance on the phone here a minute ago, so I'm going to go ahead and put him up. Be sure if you got any kind of roofing issue, hey, call Michael Vance Contracting Roofing. He knows his stuff when it comes to that. 270-707-ROOF. 20 years of experience, and this is experience you can trust. They do a great job. I haven't heard anything bad about them at all, and they do great. Also, he owns Lakeside Campground Marina, and there's the website. Visit lakesidecampground.com. So that's a great place to go. And I want to also remember our good friend Katie Moyer. Oh, wrong way. Let's go back to this one. At Kentucky Hemp Works. And I tell you what, Mark, that salve is flying out the door. I've got several orders right now that I've got to tell her about, and I got to give them to her, and she'll ship them on out to the folks that's ordered that. But this is what we're talking about right here. Anytime my aches and pains act up, I always reach for Kentucky Hemp Works Hemp Root Salve. It's easy to use. Just rub it on the affected areas and you will soon notice big relief. You can use it as a moisturizing lip balm or ointment that heals and protects your lips during adverse weather conditions and helps with preventing chapped lips. This amazing Kentucky Hemp Works salve is available in our online store at dpww.shop. Order today. And I do want to talk about our friends at Mid-South. What would you do when severe storms with tornadoes threaten you and your family? If you have planned properly, you will have a storm shelter nearby that is strong, safe, and will save your family's life. Mid-South storm shelters provide just that. They blend well with the landscape and are proven lifesavers. When the weather gets severe, have no fear with a Mid-South storm shelter. Call today at 270-725-6020. And those boys do a great job, Mark. I've talked to them several times.
Yes, indeed.
It's been a little slow for them because there's been no severe weather. But I tell you, if you're waiting for severe weather to get here, you're going to be waiting a little too long because you really need to get on it if you're wanting a storm shelter. Those guys build a great storm shelter. As far as the hemp works and all the other stuff, you can go to our online store at dpww.shop and
Hmm.
you will find the HempWorks hemp salve. Oh my gosh, I can't believe how fast that stuff is selling. Um, I think they still have plenty of stock, but they're selling fast. So if you want some of that hemp salve, I would certainly get on it. And I know
Yeah.
they're backlogged a little bit. They'll be getting it out though out the door here for those of you who've ordered it. It ought to be there shortly. Um,
Yeah. Sunny 161 said, "Can he put a roof over my farm? Lots of washout from the rains. If you've got the money, I'm sure he could."
yeah, there ain't nothing Michael Vance can't do. He will do whatever he needs, and he'll take care of you. Okay, let's catch up a little bit.
Okay.
Let's see here. Sheila Edgar. Good
Yeah.
afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. David, we are getting ready to travel north for a week. Would you mind telling me what the weather and what to expect in Flint, Michigan for the week? Ooh, well, one thing I can do is we can
I
go.
already have that up if you would like to know.
We'll go ahead and tell them. I'm going to go to Kalamazoo and take a look at the.
Okay. Well, they're having flurries up there today. Their highs all week are going to be in the mid to upper 20s, mostly mid 20s. The overnight low is going to be way down in the single digits, and they got a little bit of snow and stuff going on for today and tonight. And it looks like a bigger push for snow on Wednesday, and
Yeah,
then again toward the weekend. So Flint, Michigan, snow, snow, more snow.
and this is Lake St. Clair that we're looking at, and you see the ships frozen in the bay, but in the lake out this way, looks like they've had snow as well, and so it's cold up there. It's 31 there, but it was 24 back in Kalamazoo we just looked at. So that gives you an idea about that. Now let's see here. Dave says 5 p.m. Eastern time. That's the Super Bowl. And
Hmm.
7161's okay. Yeah, we done talked about that. Amanda Wright, which model should we be watching on the GFS?
The GFS is one whole model.
Yeah, but she maybe want to know which version, the 12Z or 18Z.
It's the same model. It just depends on when they run it.
Yeah.
They run it 4 times a day, every 6 hours.
So hopefully that answered your question. Uh, Deborah Sale, hey all my buddies, I'm just getting on. What did I miss? A lot. Yeah, we're
Donna
talking.
Blankenship says the same thing.
Okay, well let's give them a quick rundown.
Okay, well, we're going to be again, as we usually are, right on the dividing line on this first storm. It's going to come in Monday night between the rain and the snow, uh, to the point where areas north of Christian County will probably get snow, south of Christian County will probably get rain, and it may shift it back and forth anywhere along there. So, again, that's what we're looking at. Our highs are going to stay mostly in the start off in the 40s and then drop into the 30s through most of the week. And then the overnight lows are going to be probably in the upper 20s to low 30s, depending on which day you're looking at. But again, we've got a couple of different systems coming in, and all of them are going to be this case of, well, if it shifts a little bit, we'll get snow. And if it shifts a little bit the other way, we'll get rain.
Yeah, I wish we could give you a better handle on that. We will be able to. If it looks like it's going to get more snowy, we'll probably go on live tomorrow afternoon, Mark. I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll look at it and see, and we'll go on if it's needed to give you a better update. Okay, so Sheila Edgar says thank you, Mark. Amanda Wright says it does help. Thank you, and Deborah Braswell Mitchell, thanks for the rundown. I'm just getting on. Donna Blankenship says thank you. I will tell you all that it's showing Valentine's Day is having snow on the ground in the Christian County, that area. Tennessee, you're good. Think that if you do anything, Clarksville might get a skiff of snow, but not a lot.
Yeah.
Um,
The only thing to watch out in Tennessee is going to be the rain you're going to get
yep.
this week. You could be looking at the potential for flooding by the time the end of the week gets here.
And right now, I don't see a lot of severe weather until we get down into the, I don't know, somewhere in the 20th, 20, what was that, 26th maybe of February. Um, How will driving to Massville be from Todd City, and what time will it be coming through? That's what Deborah's asking.
We're not looking for anything to really start in and come through until
Tuesday.
Monday night
Yeah.
and into Tuesday.
Yep.
So if you're going through the day on Monday, you should be fine.
Yep. Okay, so anybody got any last request or anything else you'd like to say? I would sure appreciate you. If you haven't subscribed, I encourage you to subscribe to the channel because every bit helps, and that's what we're doing on making improvements. I still intend to have a lot of changes more coming on this. Rebecca Vowles just joined. Are we going to have snow or just rain?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the best way to answer it because, again, we were talking about how close this is. North Christian could get snow, South Christian could get rain. A shift in the track by as little as 25 to 50 miles will make a huge difference of whether we're going to get rain or snow. It's just going to take some time, Rebecca. I wish I could give you a better answer. We do show
and how cool our temperatures
right.
stay. Because right now they're what they've been has been about 3 to 5 degrees cooler than what the forecasts have been.
So that is a sign, maybe. We will see. Lisa Anderson says, what about Logan County? Pretty much the same thing, Lisa. Not much change between you and Hopkinsville. We're on the same latitude. Yeah, I believe it's latitude. Yeah, it's latitude. So I think that it's going to be about the same. Butler County, that's up around Morgantown. That will be further north. You will have a better chance of getting some snow. Yeah, that'd be up in here, Mark. So, yeah,
better chance for snow up that way.
Yes. So that's what I would say. Stephanie Parrish, okay, that's what she was asking. So I appreciate you guys watching us over on the Weather and Wisdom Facebook page. I do encourage you to subscribe to the YouTube channel. It will help us. It helps us bring the technology to you and help us to keep giving you the information that you need. And so we're always looking for subscribers. Anyway, thank you all so much. Alozi Akina says okay. And let's see, is there anything else, anyone else I have forgotten? Stephanie Parrish says thank you. And anyway, okay, Mark, you got any last words you want to say before we call it an evening?
Everyone enjoy the Super Bowl, Superb Owl. Enjoy time with your family and friends, and we will see you on Wednesday, if not before.
I do want to answer one question. Cheryl Huffines McNeil says, what is the YouTube page? It is David Powell, Weather and Wisdom, and you can see it up here on the top. If you go to that page, you will see the page, and then there's a place on there where it says to subscribe. Now, if you've not subscribed to anything on YouTube before, they may ask you for an email address. It's okay to do that, and they won't be sending you anything. It's just to make sure you're a real person. So it's okay to give them your email address if you're going to subscribe, and we would appreciate it. It does help a lot, and anything you guys can do on that point would be very much appreciated. Anyway, I guess we're going to get on off here. Don Lord says, have a good night, everyone. Amanda Wright's just here for the commercials. Thank you, Amanda. Okay, everybody, have a really good night, and I'll see you maybe as early as tomorrow, but certainly by Wednesday. Take care of yourselves.
Bye-bye.